On the left-hand side, we have the members of Randy Newman. We have got Majesty Newman on the Lily, Wandy Woman on the Joanna, Randy Newman going to be on the Chromie, nope, yep, Randy Newman on the Samuro, and Randy Newman on the Abathur. On the right-hand side, we have the members of Resurgence of the Storm. We have Sovereign, I think that is. If not, that's how I'm going to say it now, is going to be on the Cassia. Suix, why do you choose these names, players? Is going to be on the Anduin. We have Perseus, sure, on the May. Wingman will be on that Mephisto, and C2D2 is going to be playing the Diva. I forgot that we are on the old UI, so let me go ahead and just get rid of that. You can see the talents up above, and we'll look at some of the other numbers later into the game. But right now, the main focus is going to be rotations from mid to bottom, and we will be watching the Samuro versus the Diva. I guess Samuro Abathur versus the Diva in the top lane. This is going to be, I don't know, exciting for me. I always think Samuro versus anything is always very fun to watch. We do have rotations that are going to be standardized between the mid to bottom, and we can actually kind of take a peek at how that's going for a few of these players. Nice Chastise connecting from Anduin into this Joanna. The Iron Skin is popped. Majesty's able to get some blinding winds out, and the heals will be just good enough to keep this Joanna alive. I'm assuming a full reset will have to take place, but it's actually going to be a tap of the well and back into the lane, as we have Diva splitting off into mid to just try and catch a little bit of that soak while there was a bit of dive, also because of the fact of the camp to be grabbed in the bottom lane. Looking at some of the level 1s as well, nothing really crazy out of the ordinary. We are going to be seeing the Mephisto going into the Lightning Nova build, so not looking at the Skull Missiles, but I believe this is the patch right before Skull Missiles was buffed out, so this is going to be the old tried and true build for our Mephisto players. Time stop onto 2. There's going to be that Chronic Conditions with the Time Troubles. I don't know why. Chronic Conditions is the slow one, but Time Troubles is going to be where you have armor reduction to the enemy members and armor buff to your friendly side, as Randy Newman continues to press up top lane with the Samuro. Just peeking into mid lane to see Sovereign. I think Sovereign? Sovereign? Maybe that. We'll just be pressing up that lane. Just names. Names like this always will be the bane of my existence. Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is a Cabernet. The Cabernet on the Cassia. I'm very sorry for murdering their name. Just peeking into the bottom lane, it will be the Impaler camp being cleared out by the side of Randy Newman. We do have the Shaman camp to be grabbed by this Diva. First objective phase will be Mortar through the bottom lane. Samuro going to be splitting off. We are going to be just about at the announcements. This is pretty good timing for both of these sides when it comes to the objective phases as these solo laners. Well, I guess you could say objective phase, the camp timing before the objective phase. I'm just kind of skimming around the map and seeing it's not a crazy start. A little passive, I guess you could say, with some of the engagements. Just a lot of macro happening here. Grabbing camps, pushing up the waves slightly, but not really diving and playing into the enemy team super aggressive, as this will be our top lane Shaman camps coming out. Wonder, does the Samuro stay to try and clear out top lane and eventually join, or is this going to be maybe just a hard split push from the Samuro Abathur the entire time? I wonder if you just give over first objective and look for a hard press through top lane and hope that the next objective is top. That way you have it all opened up and you can continue to press the advantage with the Immortal in that second phase if, of course, if is the big thing, if you're able to grab that. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other numbers, as we are in the old UI by accident, and it's going to be taking up most of the screen. That's a lot of space. Good fend coming in from Cassia to zone out Randy Newman. Majesty taking a bit of damage. This Joanna stepping in. I feel like this is more or less just the members of Randy Newman trying to slow this down as the Samuro continues to press in top lane, and this is what I was talking about. Front gate going down. Good advantage if Randy Newman and friends can grab the next Immortal, and if it's in the top lane. Excuse me, Punisher. Said Mortar Punisher, though, will be going through bottom lane in favor for the side of Resurgence of the Storm, so let's see what push pressure they're able to do with a Mephisto, Cassia, and May through this bottom lane. Good front gate already going down. Good minion wave already getting a lot of siege in as well. The value from this Mortar Punisher looking really good for the side of Resurgence of the Storm, as the Anduin does come down here looking for a potential pull if necessary with the leap of faith. Great Punisher kind of play off from this jump. That Majesty taking a lot of damage. Good Chastise, but it's not going to be enough. The Skull Missile will not find the kill, but the Lightning Nova may. Unfortunately not. Majesty continually getting these last second heals as the Chastise comes out, and just before the Mule's able to get the heals on, that is going to be the bottom lane fort going down. A really good siege from the side of Resurgence of the Storm coming in through our first objective phase. It's not very often that you see a first objective phase get a fort in some of our Nexus series games. Maybe more so common in the in-houses, but realistically it's just... I feel like some teams just never take the advantage to siege. But I think it's also the factor of Resurgence of the Storm realizing what's on the map and playing to their advantages in this moment, keeping the Samuro Abathur back, meaning, all right, it's only 3 members for defense. We could try and even push with 3 plus the Punisher and get a lot of value as we did see this. Yeah, is this a replay? Sure. No, maybe. I don't know. Does it matter, John? Yeah, we are on a replay right now. There's never really any NGS games early in the day like this, so it's kind of nice before getting into in-houses. We do a couple NGS games, and then we jump into in-houses. I will say this, there are people who legit do not like watching replays. Even though it's Heroes of the Storm, they won't watch replays. They're like, oh, it's a replay, I don't want to watch it. It's like, wait, but what's the okay. You didn't care until you found out. I've legit had someone like in my chat be like, oh, I'll come back later when the games are live. It's like, okay, sure, dude. It's just weird. It's just weird. Anyways, 10 talent tiers around the corner for both these sides. We are going to be seeing Mephisto with the Spite at level 4, so I wonder if we do see the Hysteria, I believe is the name of the talent, at level 13 to be able to get the mass cooldown reduction consistently on the Durance of Hate. Regeneration Globes are an easy way to just keep that, well, Regeneration Globes are the reason it does that, but it's easy to get them in this double rotation-based map where you have constant waves. Constant Regeneration Globes, almost in a sense. Mei does have to drop the Cryo Freeze to keep themselves alive. Wingman jumps in for a little bit of damage with the Lightning Nova, but does not set up or find any value for a kill. Looking at the 10 talent tiers, Light Bomb, nothing really out of the ordinary. Blade Storm from the Samuro, so I think this is going to be a Samuro that very much just looks to rotate and push waves, doesn't want to really even be in many of the team fights. In the macro sense, or in the micro sense, I guess, you say micro-macro with a Samuro, I feel like this is often the pickup when you fall into that realm of, I want to just push lanes, I'm not here to really kind of jump onto the enemy team per se. There might be a couple team fights where we see Samuro, but I feel like this is going to be a split push for a lot of the game, especially with the amplification of the Abathur. That's what I figure, but no, it doesn't really matter to me, yeah. It's fun to watch the draft, the rest of the game is too, yeah, exactly. And it's just weird, like, some people are very much like, oh, I don't want to watch a replay. Maybe because it's been, like, people assume the games were casted. I always try and find games that are not casted, that's the other thing too, so at least, you know, it's out there. More games were casted and covered rather than just double downed on because, let's say it was like a heroic matchup or you know, it's the Storm Division, like, ooh, Storm Division. Well, if it was already casted, then I'm not gonna... Don't need the more coverage on it. But if it's like one of your favorite teams and you want to cover them, I get that too. I get that as well. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out our second objective phase. It's not going to be in the top lane, but Samuro did push up the wave, and there will be that Shaman camp. We'll keep an eye on that here and there, but this will be a Samuro joining into the team fight. Mech Explosion comes out from the Diva. Randy Newman on Wingman isn't going to be really hit by that Durance of Hate as the Blade Storm comes out. Going to tickle a few of the enemy members. Jugs come out from Majesty Newman. Wingman getting low. Light Bomb thrown onto this Mephisto as Cassia dives in. Blinding Light comes out, but she will go down first. That is actually first blood of the game as Diva pushes in. C2D2 looking to find that last little bit of damage onto Joanna, but she's not going to go down from the Iron Skin value. Majesty doing a great job on this Lily to keep so many members alive as the Mephisto will get picked off. Randy Newman on the Samuro looking to dive in, but in the end, the objective will go over to the side of Resurgence of the Storm. I will say this, though. Meanwhile, in top lane, Shaman Camp got a free fort for the members of Randy Newman. It's going to be a trade that's really worthwhile for, I would say, Randy Newman, as they also have 13 talent here, found 2 kills, and should be able to defend this Punisher without losing much more than their front gate. I would expect the fort to take a bit of damage, but not too much. Freak Elite, thanks for coming by, friend. How you doing? Hope you're having a good Thursday. we're just checking out some Heroes games. It will be C2D2 clearing out the top lane. Waiting to see what the... Okay, the invade is not going to be quick enough. Bless Shield does come out from Wendy Newman. The Durance of Hate will be out as well, and there's a Light Bomb so much thrown out. Chromie finds enough damage into Cassia. Actually, Abathur sniping that kill. The Nexus Force is a little too OP into the Lily as Randy Newman is pressing the advantage. A short distance wind walk from that level 13, I believe, is going to be able to get the Samuro out of that. Yes. Bank holiday weekend, 4 days. Huzzah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's going to be awesome. Nice. Anything planned? Are you going to go barbecuing? It's supposed to be like 60 degrees up where I live, so I'm gonna go... I'm actually probably gonna walk down to the beach with Bandit at some point this weekend. 62 is not the warmest, but in the sun, it can feel like 70, which is good enough. I don't know, it'll be nice to get outside and just walk around. Terralyn, how you doing, friend? I think a lot of people are actually getting to partake in the long weekend this weekend. Like, I know some friends in the automotive industry who are actually getting it off, which is pretty crazy, because usually a lot of those industries give you, like, what is it, like 5 days per year? Whatever the minimum the company can give you in the United States. Jugs come out from Majesty. Blessed Shield from Wandy does set up a chase potential, but not enough damage will connect into the side of Resurgence of the Storm, so just a little bit of a scary moment, I guess you could say, for some of these red players as the disengage does happen through mid lane. 16 talent here really kind of equalized. I would say that maybe we're looking at a couple hundred experience deficit maybe between these teams, maybe just through those heroic kills from earlier. I wonder, does this mode have... Nope, I broke the game. There we go, we fixed it. It literally only has 2 stats tabs, which is just the most not nice job. For years. I've wanted just new UI stuff so bad. C2D2 might find the real clone forehead. Doesn't use the Mecha Explosion. Big Shot does go out. Randy Newman does stay a little too long and does end up going down. C2D2 finding the correct clone to kill, it looks like. Beers. Far too many beers and breaking out the barbecue. Might even have some company in the garden. Hell yeah. That sounds like a really good weekend. Now I'm thinking I should make ribs for myself and sit outside. Oh man, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. 5-day weekend for you, Kalis? Hell yeah. Hey, TBDA. Welcome. You came late? That's okay. You missed me mispronouncing all the names, so there's always that, which is nice, I guess. That's a win for everybody. We're gonna get into our third objective phase of the game. Frozen Punisher through bottom lane. And it is going to be 16s up on, both sides with all heroics off cooldown. Mephisto didn't go into that levels 13 I was talking about beforehand for the cooldown reduction. The big thing with that 13, it does give you cooldown on your heroic as well, so the ability to just constantly throw out Durance of Hates are really, really big. But look at this Chromie clone coming in right now, trying to make their way into this on the side of Randy Newman. But so far the control is over to Resurgence of the Storm. The Durance of Hate, I thought I saw it going out right there, but it was actually just a Skull Missile coming out from Wingman, and this will be another objective phase for the side of... I had a panic attack for the Chromie for a second. For Resurgence of the Storm. Third Punisher of the game. Second one for the side of Resurgence, and it's going into the bottom lane, which is the first Punisher for Resurgence. This is back-to-back good value for our red team. Meanwhile, this is what I was talking about at the start of the game. When the members of Randy Newman are losing the objective phase, Randy Newman is just going to go ahead and split push as hard as they can to either force an equal kind of push where the Diva has to go into the top lane, and now this is going to be 4v3. I mean, yes, that's, it's not equal, but it's at least a little bit better. Samuro finds the 1v1 through top lane, and that's a lot of value for the side of Randy Newman. Punisher does step beyond the keep. Gonna be able to get a great jump onto this Joanna, if I'm not mistaken. And this will be the keep going down to the Nexus forces. I wonder, is Samuro able to burn this down quick enough? I was gonna look at catapult damage. It's gonna be 228, so double that if you want it for structural damage. Just making sure I'm not... Yeah, hold on. There we go. Sorry, I like my... So the UI, this UI, it does this really weird thing that if you actually click on a minion, you're locked into a box. It's a really weird thing. It's a really weird thing. Anyways. Oh, UIs. Let's take a look at some of the numbers if you want to take a peek at that real quickly. Looks like we do have camps on the left and the right-hand side to be grabbed. Next Punisher not announced. Could be mid. We have not had a mid Punisher yet, but if it goes to top lane and Randy Newman can grab it, that'll be a really big advantage. It is going to be mid lane, going to be a Mortar Punisher. Pull away those stats because they take up way too much screen space. Also, for anyone that might have missed Baja Ross, there is a photo in Discord. There's also a photo on my Twitter. So if you just want to look through Twitter, there is. I believe you can scroll down to the panels below. And there's like you can find like a link thingy for Twitter if you want to check it out. But I did post it last night. Thanks again for hanging out yesterday. That was out. Yesterday's stream was a blast. It was like 10 hours of stream. That was a good day. That was a really good day. Randy Newman still in this bottom lane, pushing in as best as they can as a team. Samuro did use the Blade Storm. Durance of Fate does come out, doesn't connect. There was an Ice Wall as well from this Mei, tried to set something up as C2D2 utilizes the Mecha Explosion. Randy Newman on that Samuro backing away. Blessed Shield will go out from the Joanna, but that Mecha Explosion wasn't in favor for Randy Newman. That's going to be a Samuro going down to the Cassia chase. We're still stuck down here checking out this fight. I wouldn't say stuck. We're still focused in down here on this fight. Ball Lightning coming out from the Cassia, the Fendon as well. This is looking really good for the side of Resurgence of the Storm. If they're able to find a kill or two more, they could look to go and end through the bottom lane, but it's only a Samuro who's gone down. Randy Newman going to go ahead and turn around. They don't have 20 talents here. That is Wingman finding enough damage into the Lily. I don't know why I blanked on her name. Wendy Newman doing their best just to take the enemy team on an adventure, but she will go down. And this is looking like a quick call for core from the side of Resurgence of the Storm, which makes sense to me. It's an Abathur and a Chromie for defense. This should be game. GG's. I'm sorry, what? Oh, it should be enough damage still. I mean, you have Diva Mech, or Diva Pilot, you have the Ice Wall as well. This core race is getting a little awkward, chat. The mule comes out, Samuro's back. Okay. Mule's on core, Diva's taking out the mule. Anduin is gonna go down. Cryo Freeze, I believe that's the level 20 from the Mei as well, is gonna get auto-procced. Hi Vita. Well, Mortar Punisher in mid lane. The core has not fallen. Mule, what's the cooldown on Mule? Can we look at this, Abathur? Can you show us? It does not have Mule cooldown. Blizzard, your UI is just depressing. Well, I don't know if Mule's on cooldown yet. We'll find out soon, but I'm assuming that's gonna go straight to core, and ooh, that's awkward. That's extremely awkward. Oh boy. No. A Kalaris core is 5% or less. He publicly stated it during the HCC. We actually did have a Kalaris core in-houses. I actually put it up on my YouTube channel. It was a Cho'Gall game too. It was a Cho'Gall 1% core game from in-houses. Also, this core's got a little buddy. There's gonna be a little buddy right here. This is Jimmy. All right, mid lane. Pressed up by the side of Randy Newman, who are now looking to take this game as their core is being healed up by Mule. That Mule will get value basically for 40 seconds and has a cooldown of 20. It has a total cooldown of 60, but that cooldown does activate while the Mule's out. So in all actuality, if this gets full duration like it will, since it's at core and there's nothing hitting it, there's only a 20-second cooldown or a 20-second window where there's no value actually from it, in a sense. Either way. Punisher jumps out, Ice Wall comes out from the Mei. There's gonna be the Jugs out from the Lily. She did not go into that 20, the extra million Jugs? Jugs of a million cups? I think that's what it is. Punisher gonna leap in through mid though. It is gonna be the keep falling slowly but potentially surely. Light Bomb out from the Anduin. Doesn't connect onto anyone as Chromie did time stop herself. Mid lane keep does go down in favor of Randy Newman and crew. Randy Newman getting a little bit low here. Doesn't have the 20 talents here. Indestructible went for that blinding light. And this is Perseus I think Perseus and friends is going to be backing off as best they can. Nice small leap of faith. Not going to be enough to save the Cassia. The core falls rapidly here on the right-hand side, and a core rush did not go the way of Resurgence of the Storm. It's turned around by Randy Newman and friends. GG, well played. Game 1, over to our blue team. Alrighty, everybody. That was a good game. Premature GG. Little awkward. I am going to turn the heat up in the house because it is cold. I did open up a lot of the windows this morning just to get like fresh air in the house, and the house kind of is like sitting cold per se. So, shoot! And we're just throwing things. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Back to Bandit 9. Let's get into our next game. Happens to everyone, right? Oh my god. Next Baja Ross we're looking at like April 18th, I think, for the next Baja Ross. I think. Sorry, there's a hair in my eye or something. I don't know. My apologies. Itchy eye today. But yeah, we've hit the subs for April Baja Ross, so we've already hit a goal. We've already hit the goal for our Guy Fieri stream too. I have to go buy the wig for that one. Hey Jinxie Rose, what's up? Good to see you, friend. All right, let's update our scores. Members Randy Newman went up 1. Let's get our next game and head on in. Let's see this map. Might have to go get a Red Bull. Doing good? You? I'm a little tired today. Yesterday took a bit out of me, but yesterday was a blast. I also okay, I can hydrate. That's a smart idea. I also I went to go make breakfast before this stream. And I got up at 8:30 and I was like, oh, I'm not really too hungry. I ate kind of late last night. Maybe I'll just like skip breakfast and I'll eat lunch. And I was like, I'm cool. So I like vacuumed the house. I washed the floors. I started a bunch of laundry. I took a shower. I walked Bandit. And then I made 2 burgers for lunch, and I didn't look and see if I actually have buns. So I basically made 2 burgers, and then by the time I went to go put them on buns, I had no buns. So I had what I called a deconstructed hamburger for breakfast. There was like lettuce and tomato and stuff. It was just like, I don't know. I completely blanked on checking to see if I had buns. So I like threw a couple pieces of like toast in the toaster, and I just had that on the side, and I was like, it's good enough. Are you having chili again, Kalis? Clean the force today too. No bread for Sam. Yeah, I know. It's just like, I don't know. It was just dumb. It was just dumb. I wasn't even thinking. Should just put cheese and bacon between the burgers and skip the bread. I mean, you do have a point with that, TBDA. You have a really good point with that. Should have done that. Should have done that. Either way. That was my dumb moment of the day. I'll probably have more of them. I know myself. Wow, it does not let me do anything. All right, that's not surprising. Oh, Blizzard, your games. The double down. Oh my god, we were talking about that a couple days on. We were talking about the double down a couple days ago on stream, and I could not remember it. I was like, does anyone remember the KFC thing? It was like, oh, I put double down KFC. I couldn't remember what it was, and I think it was on our like hot stay. I couldn't remember, and Totsky didn't know, Warak didn't know. I don't think Iron remembered. Like, none of us remembered, but yeah, the double down. What an awfully good idea. What a deliciously awful idea. Cream spinach and mashed potatoes. Nice, nice. Chicken on the side of. I was about to ask. I was like, cream spinach and just mashed potatoes? Don't get me wrong, cream spinach is good. I grew up with cream spinach. My dad made a ton of it when I was a kid. We would eat cream spinach and eggs. I don't. That's probably gross for a lot of people, but for us, we would do a sunny side up egg, toast, and some cream spinach on the side. I say it and it sounds disgusting, but y'all, it's delicious. Guy who a butt spot is other Look, I haven't gone shopping in a few days. I haven't had to go shopping in a few days because there's a lot of leftover food from when my family was here. But there's a lot of like little things that I need now because it's been a while. Let's get into a game, everybody. Let's see who's gonna be able to take our map number 2. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Randy Newman. We have Randy Newman on the Falstad, Randy Newman on the Abathur. We have Majesty Newman on that Malfurion, Randy Newman on the ETC, and Samuro, once again, played by Randy Newman. I always love some great Samuro games. On the right-hand side, we have the members of Resurgence of the Storm. We've got C2D2 on the Thrall. Sovereign, as I've been saying, is going to be on the Cassia. Wingman will be on the Li Ming. Suix, I guess that's my best idea of what to say, is on the Brightwing, and we have Perseus, which is probably wrong as well, on the May. My apologies for murdering names. I keep doing that out of habit. We're on the old UI, so either way, power slide from ETC, potentially setting something up, but this ETC's caught out very far. The dive comes out, and Cassia finds the kill. No, you're fine, Desert. I read the message, and I was like, yeah, he's not wrong. Falstad going to be going into the auto attack. I believe this has always been established because of the fact that the hammering procs from the W stacks, blah, blah, blah. Big surprise, Falstad has bugs almost a month after a new patch. Still. Either way. Randy Newman will win camp and wave clear. That is true. I think the team fight, I agree with you. The macro from the side of Randy Newman is really strong. The micro team fight around the objective phase is, I think, going to be the big win condition for the side of Resurgence of the Storm. If they're able to find a couple kills and then take the objective, that's going to be the best way for them to really counter siege into how much siege is available from the side, and macro is available from the side of Randy Newman and friends. But I agree with you, Golden. If Randy Newman plays the macro game and they play smart for the team fights around the objective phases, I think they can really, really take this. Like, even if they give the objective phases slowly but surely over the side of Resurgence of the Storm, as long as Randy Newman's able to consistently siege out and get value during that delay phase with this Samuro, with the Abathur, I think this will be a big factor for them, as well as the Falstad with the global factor in the 75-second cooldown on flight. But right now, just jumping around the map, checking out what's happening here. Decent damage going into this ETC, doesn't get picked off. Samuro to grab camps and push things up further. Let me go ahead and just get rid of that auto mod really quickly. We can swear in this channel. Exactly, Golden. Unless someone just massively messes up, then yeah, it's the game is. I wouldn't say GG go next because of draft, but it's the onus, I guess you could say, or the game is very much on the side of Resurgence of the Storm to show up. Randy Newman and friends, they just kind of have to play their heroes, if that makes sense. They play safe in these lanes. They continually push up like Falstad is right now. Going to get a ton of value, but here's the cool thing too. Or I guess the big thing. Reading the map, seeing that there's a camp here that just got picked up, Falstad immediately disengaged. Didn't continue to stay to try and finish out a little bit more of the fort. That was the signifier that they need to leave. Really good invade coming out from Randy Newman and friends to be able to grab this Siege Giant camp through the bottom lane, and it won't be getting any value in lane, but it does give experience over to the side of Randy Newman and friends. Wingman going for the channel, no interrupt coming out just yet. The sappers are being what's the word for it? Pulled, I guess you could say, or leashed, that's a better way to say it, leashed onto the side of a few of the Resurgence of the Storm members allowing that channel to go through. It's a big thing that I always like to bring up because I notice it a lot in some of my own games. If you're on Garden of Terror and there's 2 people around it, one person should channel, one person should pull the sapper. Same premise for the map of Alterac Pass. If there's those jailers, the tank goes ahead and anchors and takes those jailers to hit them, so that way the friendly member can go ahead and channel the objective phase a little bit faster. Slight optimizations like that really can get you an advantage in a game and can put you ahead in just seconds. And seconds in Heroes of the Storm really, really do add up. Buttspot being Buttspot, yeah, it does its best. It does its best. Buttspot might be a little, might have it a little rough today. It was really working hard yesterday. Thrall gonna finish out the Echo the Elements from level 1. I do believe we have some other questing talents we can take a peek at. I want to just look at like Cassia, how many stacks she has. 12. ETC is at 8 out of the 20, and Falstad has 9 stacks on their frequent flyer from level 1. Second objective phase of the game, no Garden Tear advantage, but if Resurgence of the Storm are able to grab this, it'll be exactly the case. Majesty Newman just poking out. Phase shift comes in onto the Cassia. Randy Newman backing off a little bit here. Thrall to jump onto the point. C2D2 poking at the enemy team, but this is a great power slide. Root follow-up as well. ETC face melt knocks them almost out of the root, but it doesn't matter. The follow-up damage is there, and the members of Randy Newman will find the kill into Thrall. I'm expecting this to be a back-off, but at the same time, I'm realizing that Abathur isn't going to be physically here, so it's 4v4. ETC starting to step out a little bit further, maybe even set up a potential kill if Falstad's able to barrel roll through the wall and get some sustained damage onto this Cassia. Not the case, and this will be a disengage as we are going to see Falstad quickly fly to bottom lane. Abathur heading out the wave to push this up and allow Falstad to get into the siege mode onto this tower a little bit faster. Both towers, oh no, they're focusing Falstad for a second, but he should almost get the tower. Good read onto the minimap. We'll be able to back off as I'm just checking around through the lanes to see who's going to have the advantage. Good root that drops right underneath Randy Newman from Majesty. That Emerald Dreams value, it's just insane the amount of CC. There's no kill potential, but still slowing down the enemy team, putting some pressure onto them is always a good threat, as you're seeing right there, just that sleep. I can't believe this is a talent for Malfurion. Like, I guess they looked at Malfurion and they were like, look, no one's picking Malfurion. Let's make it so that everyone's picking Malfurion. Buttspot said something by itself without reacting to something in chat. I mean, you know what? The computers will take over one day, so that's whatever. If it's today, cool. What do y'all want? Just live our lives normally and just keep entering in data? Is that what you want, the internet? Channel coming out on the right-hand side from the Cassia will be the advantage point. Stage dive from the ETC will not actually be quick enough, but it doesn't matter. The fight will continue to break out as the Mei tries to get out of there. Thrall will back off as best they can, but still gets picked off. Great gust into the wall onto the Brightwing. She might have been trying to use the phase shift, which would have interrupted that ETC power sliding away, avoiding the damage from Wingman. A double kill over the side of Randy Newman and friends, looking for some extra camps as well as Falstad will immediately fly into top lane, continuing to scale on that level 1 questing talent on the frequent flyer, as well as just putting pressure on the map. Solid level lead advantage for Randy Newman. Power slide from ETC. Mei has to use the short distance icing to back off as Randy Newman on the Samura once again, looking for the wave clear and map pressure on that heroic with the Blade Storm, as Cassia hanging around this next objective. Could be Garden Terror for the side of Resurgence of the Storm. Could put this at 2-2 when it comes to our points. Cassia diving in onto Falstad, has the hat, but this is an awkward 1v1 as the Ball Lightning comes out. Will be canceled with a barrel roll, and Randy Newman has to back off against the Cassia. If it's going to happen, it should be like this. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I'll take it. It's just, yeah, whatever.
Collect the seed and don't fret about the shambles.
ETC has stage dive. Falstad doesn't have flight because they used it right after that last objective fight, which was less than 75 seconds ago. Great snowball from the Mei. Gets the Samuro and the ETC to the far side of this gate, who are just now trying to disengage. Wendy's going to go down from the tower shots. Nexus forces 2 OP. Samuro able to back off. Great double root. Silence out from Malfurion. Root out from C2D2 is trying to make a team fight work on the other side of this, I guess, engagement. Cassia stepping out, Wingman going for the channel, phase shift from Brightwing onto C2D2, and this is looking like Garden Terror for the side of Resurgence, who are able to tag the camp and get this just underway right before the objective spawns into lanes. Really good timing out from Resurgence, reading the team fight and playing that well. And so we'll see the Mei into bottom lane, Brightwing Li Ming through mid, and Thrall Cassia into the top lane. Skynet, it's going to be more like Buttnet. This is so weird that everyone on the team has such similar names. Yeah, that's why I see Randy Newman games, I cast them. I did mess up. This game's from the beginning of March. I thought it was from the end of March. I just don't know how to read a calendar, apparently. But I saw that it wasn't casted, and so why not? That's my logic. I see Randy Newman uncasted, I cast Randy Newman. Who doesn't love a good, challenging game where you have to say different variations of Randy Newman for a team called Randy Newman? Samuro chasing into Mei through bottom lane, won't be able to sustain the chase or the damage. ETC gonna find maybe a setup onto this Cassie. She drops the ball Lightning. Falstad with the Gust doesn't really get the disengage or the split that they're looking for on the side of Randy Newman. Randy Newman gonna get hit with that phase shift, excuse me, I wanted to say face melt shift, but it's going to be the Wave of Force from Li Ming to kind of knock him back towards the friendly team. Hammering from Falstad goes out. Good cleanse out from the Brightwing with that soothing mist. Abathur Mule getting some value here. Li Ming trying to counteract that with some poke with these arcane orbs. Power slide from ETC, but no mosh pit. Earthquake from the Thrall does come out. Face melt actually kind of knocks C2D2 out of the CC from Majesty Newman. A Sovereign is looking to get rid of the fort, but will go down for it. A sacrifice that does not work out. Brightwing continually throwing in damage. The members of this red team really want the fort, and they are gonna get punished for it. Brightwing, do you have a blink heal to a minion? It's actually gonna be to the Mei, who does ice their way into this. Top lane fort is gonna be a little healthy. Snowball cannon, excuse me, the avalanche out from the Mei into the fort will yield a sliver of damage into the ETC. Meanwhile, Samuro hard presses through bottom lane. What? What a fight. Excuse me. All right. Must be because of your crazy American date notation? No, obviously the rest of the world has it wrong and one country has it right. That's obviously it. I will say this, there is a fun little thing that, what is it? Sunday, I believe, is the 4th. And so for American notation, it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Or no, not Sunday, Saturday. Saturday will be 4, 3, 2, 1. 4th month, 3rd day. 21st year. 21st, yeah, there you go. C2D2 is just gonna get rooted. Still living through a lot of this. Self-sustain of Thrall is really paying off. The Brightwing healing is just enough as Majesty Newman is gonna survive this. We were seeing a clone of Malfurion get picked off right there. Samuro gonna steal the camp away. Another channel point onto these seeds for the side of Resurgence, who will rotate the Thrall into top lane to clear things out as quickly as possible. I just want to see a game with Probius in it. I think he's criminally underplayed. I agree. I'm going to harass the in-house people today and be like, look, chat needs you to take these games not serious. So I need my Cho'Galls, I need my Zul'jins, I need my Zagaras and my Probiuses. I just want, yeah. I'll bug them. I'll bug them. I'll bug the in-house people. I have the in-house Discord server open, and I can see that like Ultralisk is like, Tiger JK, I need you to add everyone. Unaverted played Probius recently, and it was great. Hell yes. I'll have to bug them for the replay file then. Thrall shows in this bottom lane, and Falstad immediately is gonna barrel roll away. Channel will go over the side of Randy Newman, potentially here, actually. I don't know if they're... Oh, no, it's because there's no 16s on the side of Resurgence of the Storm, so Resurgence going to just play it safe, potentially. Maybe delay out with a Snowball from May here and there. I like the May into the bush is just like, all right, cool, snowball in your face, that's it. They're all still working their way through bottom lane, getting rid of the Abathur-hatted minion as quickly as possible, so that way soak is denied as well as extra push potential. On top of that, camp potentially being invaded. Double ETC, phase shift in from the Brightwing will be right into this root. Big soothing mist afterwards. The Randy Newman on this Falstad will be able to gust away a few of the enemy members. ETC stage dives back onto the point. Blizzard out from the May. Cryo Freeze will be used as well. A lot of damage onto this ETC. The clone is going to get very low as well, but the real one goes down first. Randy Newman on the Samuro trying to find a kill, but it doesn't seem like it's working out for them, needing to back off. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side of the screen, the Malfurion does get picked off. That's a reset for Li Ming. As the chase goes on to find this Samuro, another objective seed will be spawning, and neither the Malfurion or the ETC will spawn before that, and let's make a Samuro on top of that. Really, really, really well played from Resurgence of the Storm. This is the team fight that we talked about at the start of the game that they needed to have going into this later half, into this macro-based team like Randy Newman and friends drafted. It was almost repaired to top. Oh, sad. It was cries and mule. Cries and small mule. All right, phase shift out from the Brightwing down into this bottom, trying to deny the channel from this side of Randy Newman. Just the hammering value from, where is it? Yeah. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, secret weapon. Sorry, I saw I thought for some reason secret weapon is at 13. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Anyways. Is going to be camps on the right-hand side from Resurgence of the Storm pushed in or at least grabbed. ETC and friends from Randy Newman will be grabbing some of the camps that they have themselves. Slow trickle in for 20, but the next objective phase is going to be very important. Will be the top left of this map, and we'll see it here in 30 seconds. Who's able to grab it, and who's able to get some value from it. Delayed the enemy team, so that's true. Unaverted is king of winning losing matchups. So what you're saying is I should get Unaverted to come play Storm League with me. Because every game's a losing matchup when you got Bahamut on your team. Seed's gonna spawn here in a few seconds. Let's see if the members of Resurgence can grab this or if Randy Newman will be able to. This Samuro still pressing in through bottom lane, so this is a team fight in the advantage form for the side of Resurgence of the Storm. This Samuro, seemingly, so it's the same kind of game plan. Falstad pushing up the fort in top lane as well. This is a little awkward. There's a decent amount of poke between the ETC and the Malfurion, but it won't be available forever. Snowball comes out. There's a power slide from ETC to slow down the Brightwing. Falstad's in here as well. Ball Lightning goes out to a few enemy members, almost killing Randy Newman, but the Malfurion does go down. The Brightwing gets the channel on the objective. These push up as far up as your minion wave. So top lane will be back, bottom lane will be back, mid lane going to be pressing right about onto a fort. The big thing to note here, though, the Garden Terrors do not slowly lose health over time, much like the Web Weavers on Tomb of Spider Queen. So even though they're a little further back, that travel distance will not impede them, I guess you could say, in the siege value or the objective phase value. A quick keep through top lane in favor for the side of Resurgence of the Storm, who are trying to close that experience gap that has formed throughout this game through the camp pressure, I would assume. This Samuro will be able to just swap to a bunch of clones and kind of self-cleanse out of that route. As the crazy thing is, the mid lane Garden Terror has already gone down. Top is just arriving at the fort range. Bottom lane just being cleared out by the Samuro. So while the top lane is still coming in slowly but surely, and the Samuro showing in bottom lane, the Abathur hidden somewhere, this is still a push advantage for the side of Resurgence of the Storm. Gonna go for the well first immediately. This is a very long objective phase due to the fact that these were spawned so far down the lane. Top lane just now approaching core. Bottom lane will be cleared out by the Samuro. I'm thinking potentially double keep for the side of Resurgence of the Storm. Seems like they want to back off. They may not want to make the same mistake as the top lane, but they realize this is a Mule Abathur. We gotta make this go down as quickly as possible, and also to confirm that there's no potential build back, I guess you could say, of the structure itself. Earthquake from the Thrall. No 20 talent here, still on the side of Resurgence of the Storm, and this fight's actually slightly going well for them. Falstead, Wind Tunnel is gonna push Resurgence back into the team fight, but the 20 talent here is here. Falstead finds the kill into the Thrall. Wingman trying to run away is going to get hit by the Samuro. A double kill so far for Randy Newman. Bladestorm comes out on top of this Brightwing, and she gets picked off as well. Sovereign with the Instamount is trying to get away from the Falstead. Has to kind of double back right now. Is splitting from I don't know what. This is an awkward fight right now. Mei is trying to back off through mid, and I think we'll be able to do that. Root, sleep, everything onto the Cassia. She goes down. Abathur actually stealing that kill away. Mei's the only one to live, but that was a double keep during an objective phase with a lot of waves pressed up in favor for the side of Resurgence of the Storm. Mei gonna go ahead and try and sneak a camp real quick through the bottom lane. Samuro is just too slippery in my opinion. He's almost impossible to kill. No, it's really down to the Samuro player because there's a lot of like it's a lot of like juking and just reading and knowing the map, and I guess you could say like what would be the the expectations for like rotations. So like Randy Newman on this Samuro immediately jumping into the bottom lane to one push things out, but maybe all right, you know what? Let's take the advantage size camps. We have a couple members over here who probably scouted out both these camps. So well, why not send the Samuro? If it's a Mei, he can 1v3 in a sense. The Mei with all of his clones. So all in all, it was a really good split and read. It's down to the Samuro players. Like I've played against a Samuro that it's just like you can expect every single way he's going to go and how he's going to disengage. Where you have some Samuro players where they can play cagey and boxy like their clones, which make it very difficult to read and play against. So it's definitely a skill threshold. There's definitely a big skill threshold in my opinion when it comes to playing Samuro. But either way. Objective phase for the side of Randy Newman. Here's that point that I was making beforehand. Enemy minion wave's way over there, but this Garden Turret will spawn up as far as your minion wave. Whereas on Tomb, it always spawns up, the Spider Queen will always be up as far as the enemy minion or their structures, whichever one's closer. Garden Turret through bottom lane, getting some decent value, but being chunked by the Keep and Thrall, as well as the Li Ming Heat-seeking missiles? No, that's not right. That's just Mirror Ball. Alright, it's just from the magic missiles. Alright. It's the Newmans. It is. Hey, Kaimo. How you doing, bud? Power slide from ETC underneath the Keep. Keep's still very, very healthy, actually. Still just above half health. ETC will be able to use the stage dive to disengage. The Wind Tunnel, I think, is going to be the main reason that did go through. A lot of damage out onto this Brightwing, who gets a blink heal away. ETC very low. Looks like we have a DC, but it's okay. They counted them back in instantaneously. Look at that. Look how quick that was for us. Top lane, Garden Terror does go down. Randy Newman on the Falstead, trying to get a little extra poke onto this bottom lane Keep. But it's not enough. I don't think it's enough here. This is the members of Randy Newman out very far on the map as well. Bladestorm from the Samuro. He didn't go into all the clones do Bladestorm sort of deal at level 20, so whenever the Bladestorm does happen, the members of Resurgence of the Storm know exactly which is the real one, as that'll be a Malfurion going down, the clone to go down as well, ETC being chased, nice face melt, slows come out from the Mei, Cassia chases in with the Fend, everything's there, a double kill goes over to the side, but look at the Death Mosh slowing this down, everyone dancing, everybody on the side of Resurgence of the Storm dancing. Gonna be an insta-mount from quite a few of them, and a rush through mid. Is this a game-winning, game-ending potential for the side of Resurgence of the Storm? We know how the last game went. Is this game any different? Good Wind Tunnel out from Randy Newman. Forces back the enemy team. The shields have dropped. The siege value's a lot stronger this time around. With this Thrall as well. The Li Ming coming in here as well. Samuro trying to get some pressure onto this. Who is actually, it's going to be Mei, I think, who is actually turned into a little seedling. It's Bladestorm out as well from the Samuro, but it's not enough. We go 1-1 in the game. GG, well played over to the side of Resurgence of the Storm. Hey, Killer, how you doing, bud? How are all my wonderful friends in chat today? How are all of you? We're gonna get into in-houses soon. Me in the in-houses. Join the lobby, bitches. Me. Yes, come play hero so I can cast you, heart. 121 stacks for the Cassia. Just sweet old little Baja. Just wants to talk about hots. That's all he wants to do. Not seeing enough cats in chat. I understand that, Vita. Hey, Lone Wolf. How you doing, bud? This is what you want, Vita? Hold on. Is this what you want, Avita? Is this what you want, Avita? Is this what the people want? I'm a man of the people, Vita. Also, by the way, I watched the Kong Skull Island 2 nights ago. I watched the Godzilla King of Monsters last night, and I'm gonna watch the Godzilla versus King Kong tonight. I'll be honest. There were a lot of moments last night in the movie I was watching. I was like, God, this is dumb. And then I went, Bahamut, you're watching a Godzilla movie. And I was like, right, yes, now I remember where I am. So many dumb moments. So many dumb moments. And I was just like, remember where you are, bud. Remember what you're doing. You are watching a Godzilla movie. Oh, God, my neck. Okay. All right. Let's get into the third map in this best of 3. Let's see who's going to take it. This one? Did it go? Hey, Iron. How's it going, bud? How is your D? Why is BTTV not loading? Hello? Can we get a Naya in chat? There is no just a straight up Naya on BTTV. As a reminder, I'll probably bring it up a lot today. So long as I get Doom Eternal working after stream, I have to fix some sort of weird dynamic library link within Windows. Fingers crossed it doesn't break my PC. Knock on wood, all that stuff. I'm a little worried about it. But we are going to be doing a sponsored game tomorrow. It is going to be Children of Morta. We are going to be doing the new game mode. It is not DLC. Want to make sure that everyone knows that it's not DLC. It's actually a new game mode within the game itself, and we have 3 giveaways of that game for tomorrow. So if you're watching the game, you're like, man, I hope I could play this, and I wouldn't have to pay any money for it. Well, good news. I have 3 giveaways. We'll do one about every hour from when we start playing the game. So we'll probably play the game for 3 to 4 hours or so, and we'll do a giveaway every hour or so. So I hope you guys hang out for that one tomorrow. That'll be at noon PDT. We're going to try and start that out. So it is going to be a quote-unquote sponsored stream. Woo, look at us go. The suspension of disbelief must be wrong when watching Godzilla's movie. Yeah, exactly. But then again, there was a really good point made, like, you know in all the zombie movies where you're like, God, I can't believe that people didn't listen to all those scientists and, like, everyone died because they didn't listen and blah, blah, blah. That literally happened to our world. So I'm just like, well, you know, I guess just in these situations, we're all absolute morons. Welcome, Stark. How you doing, bud? I'm just rambling about random crap. I enjoyed Children of Mortar quite a bit. Yeah. So there's a new mode in the game. Speaking of morons, hello, it's me. I would press X to doubt there, bud. I would press X to heavily doubt. We are going to get into in-houses where we have predictions. We're not doing predictions for replays just because it feels, I don't know, it doesn't feel good. Not a fan of it. So we'll probably avoid doing predictions for replays just because, I don't know, it's like you can just go look it up and it's free points. It's like gambling and knowing the outcome sort of deal. It's a pretty good point, yeah. It's just, yeah. It's weird. Whatever. We don't have to get into it. Oh, but yeah. Or you do crafty predictions like how many mosh pits will ETC land. That's actually really smart, Stark. That's actually a really good idea. Maybe we'll do something like that in the future. Let's go ahead and get on into this. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna take exactly what Stark said. There's a Ragnaros in this game, okay? There's a Ragnaros in this game. So, I do not want to edit my Twitch title, Twitch. I do not want sound alerts. I don't want to run a multi-Twitch ad. There we go. All right. What heroic for Rag? Lava Wave or Smash? Whoa, wait, you have 30 seconds periods now? That's interesting. By the way, mods are now allowed to predict. They actually did a new thing for Twitch actually did it's Alterac Pass. It's Alterac Pass. I'm gonna show you the draft here in just a second. But yeah, mods are allowed to make predictions. Unfortunately, Kalis still can't do it because Kalis lives in a country where you can't do that. So let me get into the game. I can show you what the draft looks like, and there you go. Get your predictions in. Is it going to be a Lava Wave Ragnaros, or will it be a Sulfuras Smash Ragnaros on Alterac Pass? Alterac Pass, everybody. I'm sorry, Kalis. Maybe your country will catch up with the rest of ours. How dumb. How dumb. I don't know. I live in a town where I can go down the road and gamble, and I'm just like, eh. It's honestly eh. The idea of gambling to me is like going to the casinos. The only thing that I actually would find fun going to the casinos is doing it with a bunch of friends. And that was literally over a year ago at this point. It was towards the end of February because my friend Mike from high school and college, he came out here to visit and ski just before the pandemic hit. It was that time where we're all like, ha ha ha, there's a big flu that's going around, no big deal. And then all of a sudden a month later we were like, well, I guess I'm gonna sit in my house for a year now. But like he was up in town and he doesn't live out here, so like it was super fun to go with him, and we like toured him around all the casinos, and we gambled a little bit, which it's fun when it's with your friends. It's the same thing I was saying earlier with like Valheim and those big games like Fallout 76 and stuff. Like those games are cool and I can respect them, but like it's not fun doing it yourself. Like going out to the casino and like, you know, like one of your friends gets like a really good hand or something like that in a game, and like they take a lot of money, and like that's cool. It's like, hell yeah, you're my bud, you're winning. Because at that point, it's not about who wins the most money. It's about who can take the most away from the casinos, and then we can take that and spend it on beer. All right, looks like the gambling is in. Oh, okay. I'm gambling all my points on this? Hell yeah. There are more games to watch later. There are going to be more games, everyone, to gamble on. I was basically in your backyard in January. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He was here in February, and then no joke, like a week later, the mountains closed down because my parents were supposed to come out like 2 weeks after he visited. And I remember that like my mom called me and she was like, "Do you think we have to cancel our flights?" I was like, "It's skiing, Mom. They won't close down the mountains. Everyone's face is covered." I ate those words. I literally called her back the next day and I go, "So about what I said." And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, they're closing the mountains." Gambled everything, time to lose it all. Hey, you never know. You never know. On the left-hand side, we do have Randy Newman. And on the right is going to be the members of Resurgence of the Storm. This is game 3 in our best of 3 series. Let's see who is able to take this and who will be crowned victorious. And for our little Twitch prediction, thank you again, Stark, for the recommendation. That was very smart. We're going to see Ragnaros. Do you go Sulfuras Smash, or do you go into the Lava Wave at level 10? All right, we're in our mid lane. Let's see what our first engagement could and potentially will look like. Alaric misses. GG, well played. Go next. Wait, you can't. We'll keep an eye on those Ragnaros stacks as well. This is going to be that Sulfurous Hungers build. I believe this is this the old version? No, it's the newer version where you only need 25 stacks. Step in from Majesty, trying to build those stacks up. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, you have Randy Newman on that Alarak trying to put some pressure onto Wingman on the Chromie. Looks like we have a Wraith walk out from C2D2 to rotate into bottom lane, Ragnaros into the top lane to go up against the Cassia. This is actually a really good matchup specifically for the Cassia. The blinds, the short range into Ragnaros will be nice. His wave clear could be a little difficult for her because of the Sulfurous Blast, or the Blast Wave, excuse me, as well as just the Shifting Meteor or the Meatball. But speaking of meatballs, we have Randy Newman on the Li Ming up here as well, looking to put some pressure, I guess, onto this Cassia. Gonna actually have Ragnaros swap out, rotate over to the camp, and this is the big thing here, everybody, the null camp. This is the true objective of this map. This is where you actually get value on Alterac Pass. The objective phase is really strong itself, don't get me wrong, but this camp is just so very valuable. It's much like the Sentinel camp on Hanamura, or as we all like to call them, the Giant Genji. The Giant Genji on Hanamura is a very good way to push out the lanes. Wait a second, never mind, okay. Probably because it's Striker Li Ming. I'm assuming it's Striker Li Ming. Whatever. We're kind of doing the same thing. Get as many points as you can, then buy. Oh, sorry. I'm catching up on chat a little bit here as the May is able to back off. Maybe our next government will make gambling laws less stupid. Unfortunately, forming one has become difficult because especially. And our PM lied about it to us. That's always good. So he's in serious trouble now. And you're up to date on today's major Dutch news. Thank you. So your PM's in trouble for being a politician. Got it. Right? I should never be doing news. I don't take it serious enough. I like the mount choice of Randy Newman. Thank you. I agree. Which one? I have no idea. Is it the crab? You talking about the crab? Or do they all have synergistic mounts? Do they all have crabs? They do all have crabs. That's adorable. Except for Ragnaros, because he can't have a mount, because developers are mean. Hello, Mr. Streamer. I found your stream under high quality tag. It's true. Thank you, Ace. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Sad Neros. Why is it holding the word crab? Automod, get it together, seriously. Automod, like literally automodded fools yesterday twice. Fools. It just automodded the word crabs. What? Yeah. There was a capitalized version and a lowercase version in it, and it automodded both yesterday, and I was like, all right, whatever. First time ever, do they all have crabs? How adorable. Just remove automod forehead. Oh, that's smart. No, it's weird because like it's never done that before. It's like there was like some sort of weird reset. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Speaking of Rag, I think he should have a drag skin called Dragnaros. I would pay money for that skin. I would pay 100% money for that. Not $100. I don't have the Blizzard. I don't have that kind of money. Nor do I want to give you that much money. But I would 100% pay for that skin. Like if it was like $5, take my money, Blizzard. Take my money. I'm picturing it now. That's so good. I know we need to focus in on the game, but that concept is just too good. Behold Dragnaros, I know. I'm just glad that lying actually still gets a Dutch politician in serious trouble. Yeah. It's like the opportunities are almost endless with it. As an April Fool's automod is RNG chance to automod any message, then They need to get that time frame fixed because it's been doing it since early March. Great leap of faith from Anduin to keep the Joanna alive right there. This is going to be our objective phase, kind of in favor for Randy Newman, who are looking to maybe step in. C2D2 comes in with the slow. Channel comes out in favor for the side of Randy Newman. But the counter channel's quick enough, and Randy Newman and team only get a little bit of channel right there. I know, an actual cleanse, not a Kaimo cleanse. We did have a Kaimo cleanse yesterday in the ARAMs. It was I think it was one of our team members. Like I think it was the first game, so when we were playing with randoms. God, I love a good Kaimo cleanse. For anyone who doesn't know, it's when you cleanse someone and they still die. Specifically on Anduin, when they go to use the yoink, or the pole, and they just die midair. Like the whole animation happens, they start to fly, and it's like, nope. No channel from either team just yet, but the null camp is up and available. We could see a priority over for that. Randy Newman coming up into top lane. Great telekinesis. Bit of pressure onto this Cassia, but it's not going to yield a kill. Looks like Leoric goes into bottom lane to push up for a little extra experience, trying to grab that 10 talents here for that friendly team. Got a little bit longer for the side of our blue team before they're able to get their own 10 talent here, so I would expect this to be a little bit of a slower play as Ragnaros, excuse me, the Alarak actually, I don't know why I said Ragnaros, is going to try and go for a telekinesis combo. Light Bomb, Falling Sword from the Joanna. This will be a pick onto the Mei. Majesty trying to back off. That's going to be an Entomb to lock them in, and this is a dead Ragnaros. He's going to go ahead and melt down as the objective phase should go over to the side of Resurgence to the Storm, but I do want to note death timers are low. 14 seconds on that Ragnaros. You need a channel time of 30 seconds total, so Ragnaros and friends could have one more team fight over this, or could look to just split, soak, and look for defense just as the objective comes into play. I think that would be the smarter, and that's probably going to be exactly what they go for. Didn't take cleanse in the viewer ARM, so no combo cleanses from me. Feels... Dragnaros' ult? I feel like you'd have like a lava wave of like glitter or something. That'd be kind of cool. So Fierce Smash could be like a giant like a pump, like the shoe maybe or something, or like a thing. I don't know. Trying to make it cute, but also not like just very on the nose or whatever. Anyways, Lava Wave through bottom lane. Lava Wave is going to be your heroic for level 10 on Ragnaros. Lava Wave is going to be the outcome for that one. Bottom lane objective is going to push in freely. Mid lane getting pushed up by C2D2. Ragnaros with the Molten Core will expire, saving a little bit of that top lane fort. But let's go ahead and let me pay out the people before I forget. It is going to be choose outcome. It is going to be Lava Wave for the Ragnaros. I realize that the game sound in this mode is not playing through. That's very awkward. Avalanche out from the Mei. Slows going out onto this Cassia. Potential for a pick. Time stop for a second. That's that chronic condition. Excuse me, time troubles from the Chromie. Great leap of faith once again from the Anduin. Not going to see a Kaimo cleanse right there. And that'll be a great disengage, a clean disengage as well from the side of Resurgence of the Storm, finding a fort through bottom lane. Could go maybe for boss, but I think just going to be looking for that 13 talent here first on the side of our red team.
Take more than that to stop the
Avalanche? Yeah. They didn't have much CC. Oh, no, you're fine, yeah. I understand being on EU ping and trying to cleanse someone is not the easiest thing. Camp for mid. Anduin and Chromie to be able to grab that. Ragnaros continuing to push out the bottom wave. 13 talents here. Not here just yet for the side of Randy Newman. This is looking comfortable on the side of our red team as Cassie has already kicked off the boss through this top lane. Wingman gonna work on it as well. Power Cell Furious is gonna be finished at level 1. Not bad for the Ragnaros. You can get that level 13, 16 value from that as well. Lava Wave through top lane to push things out. Ragnaros is checking boss for bottom. Oh, no, it's gonna actually start boss and bottom. But is there a quick enough rotation from the side of Resurgence to invade onto this boss? That's what I'm wondering, because if Resurgence can get boss through bottom lane as well, this is going to be big double push through these lanes. No objective phase just yet. 13 just around the corner. Can I get to vision on this? All right, so here's our vision for the blue team. I don't think they've shown. There's the Leoric. There's all the enemy teams starting to show up in lane. What do we end up seeing? Oh, sorry, I gotta have to break the stream for a quick second right there. And the invade comes through, and this will be a snap grab. Wandy Woman on the points, taking a lot of damage, tries to use the avalanche to force out the Anduin, but is not able to get enough of the enemy team. The boss through bottom lane goes over to the side of Resurgence, getting hit by that big Sulfur swing from this Ragnaros. Randy Newman on the Stukov trying to back off. Ball Lightning onto Majesty, fend into that Ragnaros as well, as that'll be a double kill, triple kill in the end. Great play out from the Alarak. The counter-strike, unfortunately, will be sidestepped, and that'll be another kill over the side of our red team. All that's left is a Li Ming to try and defend. Boss through top lane is going to be wailing on the front gate, and that's going to be just about as much as it gets. Death timers are not the longest in the world. I would expect this to be keep through bottom, and then a clean disengage from the side of of Resurgence of the Storm. 16 talents here was found through all of that. Big experience jump for the side of our red team. As I said, that 16 talents here and the keep through bottom lane to be gained through all of this. And now an objective phase will be snagged by our red team as well. It is going to be C2D2 actually quickly making the rotation to mid to then press things out. Could go for the null camp as well. Might just continue to clear out these waves and just have the macro advantage back over to their side. You can, oh no, it's when I tab out. When I tab out, the game sounds stop for some weird reason. Because there's an option in Heroes where you can turn that on or off. I've actually never seen the core HP in this mode, and it's very weird to me. I don't know. Oh wow, Leoric gets caught out trying to snag this camp. Lava Wave through bottom lane does push out a little bit further. Objective phase though does go over to the side of Resurgence of the Storm, who do scout out this camp but are not able to get over there quick enough. Mei is going to get caught by the by the time trap. And bottom lane keep is gone. Mid lane could be the push for the side of Resurgence. A second keep would open up opportunities to end the game. Now we just wait. If Mei just threw Avalanche at a cap point, they could smash. Yeah, if they have Smash too, that's the other factor. Alrighty, let's see here. Big focus into mid lane. Chromie dumping out damage. Alarak able to go ahead and get a bit of silence onto the enemy team as Chromie's going to continue to dump out damage. Counter-strike out from Alarak doesn't get much value. Light Bomb, Falling Sword. Focus is going to be onto the Stukov, who did get locked in by that Entomb. Avalanche pushes a few members into the wall, but that kind of body blocks the Stukov, and he goes down, as well as the Alarak to lose Sadism. Keep in mid lane, getting a little bit low here. This Cassian needs to back off as well. Objective through bottom lane. Ball Lightning going to be coming out as well. On to Majesty, who gets slowed. Ball Lightning confirms the kill. Mid lane keep will go down. That's going to be some armor and some spell shield out from this core, and it seems like our giant Muradin is going to go down. The series goes over to the side of Resurgence of the Storm. GG, well played. Alrighty, there's your best of 3 of the morning. A fine game to kick off our stream today.